We're kind of these 7 million French people surrounded by a sea of English-speaking people. So we've always tried to find our identity among that. So the film is definitely a sort of no man's land. People don't have full names in the film. The places are all kind of invented. Nothing is rooted in anything special. So yeah, it's a sort of bastard nation, you know? Yeah, exactly. And the film is a sort of metaphor on that, if you want, but it's not totally explicit. Like, you're from Quebec, so you can see that, and I didn't want to make a point. So in the end, if you're from abroad and you watch that film, and for you it's just a ghost story, it's fine. If for you it's a horror film, I disagree, but it's fine. If for you it's a film about grief, the different phases of grief, collective, individual grief, it's fine. If you want to see the film as our resistance to change, which is another thing we have in Quebec, is very fine to me. Being afraid of the other, something that is new around you, we have problems with that in Quebec because we're really among ourselves. So it's a film about that as well. So I'm really proud that it's an open object, and if you come to me and say, oh, that film was so scary, I would be like, oh, okay, yeah. So there are many doors that you can open in that film, and you read it the way you want. Symbolism, metaphors, yes and no. I try to not be too cheesy about that. But yeah, I guess the film is an open buffet, and you grab what you want in the buffet. You don't like the little carrots, then go for the pizza.
You take carrots at a buffet? It's a weird choice.
I take, yeah, just always go for the bacon. It's right there, but you can try the carrots. And so the film is, yeah, like the buffet this morning at the hotel. Yeah, I don't think I could do a horror film that is totally explicit, like doing it while having fun, real fun, entertainment fun, like a zombie film. I'm too snob for that. I'm too much in love with cinema. I need to destroy cinema. I need to question all the cliches. So that's why it's maybe a horror film, maybe it's not. And I'm playing with the language and the forms. And what do you have to say, Robert?
Oh, nothing much. I'm waiting for a prompt. I haven't, no, but I think what I think is really interesting about this film as well is the different perspectives that different people can get from it. And then already to hear someone, you know, that lived in Quebec before and that sees this film and sees, you know, a certain questioning on the society they know. And I think that depending on where you're from and the background that you have, you'll perceive the narrative differently, you'll perceive the themes differently. And what Denis is so good at is leaving, you know, a very open format of film where you can kind of let the narrative guide you, and you can let the thematic content bring you where you feel most logically it should go.
Well, now that it's my 11th film, sometimes it's fun to think that you can call any actor in Quebec and they will probably say yes to you, which is very, very exciting. And since we are a small nation, we tend to see always the same faces everywhere on TV and in our films. So as a, let's say, different director, I like my casting to be a terrain de jeu,
a playground,
a real playground. It's very nice to offer them this anti-casting, like you say, and they're really, really excited to play in that type of cinema. So usually it's a gift you give to actors and they give it back double, and I don't do any auditions. I don't believe in auditions at all. It's my job to direct them, not their job to prove me that they're good. So I just call them, I say the role is yours, and usually they feel honored, and they give you even more than just, so can you prove me you're good? It's not the same, you know. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this cast in this film. It's probably the nicest cast I had in all my films. Like, the adventure was...
you will never have.
I don't even care if you're here. I'm just saying it for myself, and it's true. Yeah, I made a lot of films, and we didn't have any trouble with any of these people, and they're all great on screen. So yeah, thank you, Guy.
We work with casting directors and location managers, and Denis is very hands-on on his films. He picked every actor and called them himself. Same with the locations of the whole film. He goes and finds the locations, and with François, imagine the film within the locations that were in the region of
But
Montreal.
actually, that's a mystery to me. How come directors hire people for that? Why would you hire people to go find your location? It's your film. It's the look of your film. And why would you hire people casting people with dialogues? Isn't it fun to just look yourself for your actors? They hire casting agents.
Did you
Maybe
ask?
for very small roles, but I love casting everybody. Even if you have 2 words to say in front of my camera, I want your face, I want to know you. And so I never understood why directors, they just sit at home and they wait for pictures, they wait for names. Oh, this guy will play in my film. So that's why apparently I'm a little special, because I look for locations, but it's the director's job to go hunt location. How fun is it, François, to go by car and look for an abandoned house? Yeah. It's amazing. We just get out of the car and we look inside the house, and you know, I don't understand why directors just sit at home and wait for.
Many films that Denis shot were all on film, and for him this is true filmmaking. And also we agreed that we really liked we liked the texture. We wanted it to be a little dirty. As you could see, it's a winter film, but it's not like Christmas happy time. It's the dirty part of winter, when you know it's messy and the snow is mixed with the earth and the mud, and it's so we wanted the film to be kind of show the decrepitude of the village, and of the to be a bit sad a little. And then so this is why we chose a very textured, very grainy 60 millimeter film to show that. Yeah.